All right, I'm bringing you this week's video is something that we need to talk about, and it just hit me this morning. This is a video on a topic that I have not heard in a little bit of a story or a video about, but I have seen plenty over the years. So I think it's just as important to let's keep bringing this subject up. There is a danger in your ham shack. I can almost guarantee it. Your ham shack is at risk if you're not careful. And if you have an HT radio, I'm talking to you. So this malfunction that I happened to come across this morning, luckily, is so dangerous that I had to go put it outside. And that's where I'm going to take you right now to tell you what I discovered. All right, so now we're outside and I'm sitting here next to a metal cooking pot. Why do I have a metal cooking pot? Let me show you what's inside this thing that is very dangerous. I want you to look. This is an HT battery that I had problems with it accepting the charge. The charging circuit was not working, and I found a video online of a fellow that took the casing apart and found one of these wires to be disconnected from the BMS board. So I thought, hey, I may be able to fix this battery. In my experience, most of the time it's not worth trying to mess with these batteries if you're not experienced with messing with them. I don't like holding this thing so close to my face, but I've never had good luck fixing these batteries. There's a little bit more complicated. Just stick with Kenkel or something like that to get you a replacement battery. I don't know, but what happened was I had been messing with this. All the wires were okay, so I just kind of poked around on them a little bit and just make sure they had a good connection. When I plugged the USB charger in, I had a solid red light indicating that it was charging like it should. I said, oh, good, maybe something just was a little off and I knocked it into place or something. So I sit there and let it charge most of the day Saturday while I was in the shack, and then I left and unplugged it. I come back in the shack Sunday to play some more radio, and I thought, let me plug it back up and see if the light will turn green. It's got to be close to being topped off. Well, I played radio, and I shut the shack down about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I think it was yesterday evening, and went back inside. I neglected to remember to unplug this battery, and I was going just by chance. I hardly ever go out to the shack before I leave to go to work, but there was something I wanted to get out of there to take to the office, and I happened to walk in, and that red light caught my eye sitting over there on the workbench. It was still plugged in and it was still charging, and this is how I find the battery. It should look like the one on top, but it has swelled up to that humongous size. That tells me this baby is ready to pop. So I immediately, very carefully, brought it outside, put it in this metal pot. That way, if it does decide to spew dragon's breath fire all over the place, it can do it hopefully contained inside of this pot and not catch anything on fire. Bring it out here to the table, which is a good distance from the shed, the house, everything else. This is just a reminder, do not leave any rechargeable batteries on the charge unattended. Could have been a very bad deal. If this would have caught fire inside the shack, it easily could have burned the shack down. The shack is close enough to the house that the house would have caught, the cars would have caught, pretty much would have burned up everything, and hopefully we'd have been woken up by the fire alarms and gotten out. But thankfully that did not happen. But I have seen videos and stuff before where hams have left their HT radios left on the charger down in the basement or wherever it may be, and they get woken up in the middle of the night by fire alarms or get a call while they're at work that, hey man, your house is on fire. So it's very unfortunate, but very preventable as far as that goes. When you're not within eye distance sitting around your battery chargers, turn those puppies off, man. Just have them where you can monitor them, and if not, disconnect them, turn them off. It's not worth losing some stuff over. So appreciate the talk, and we'll see you later.